Good evening, folks, gamers. How are you doing? I hope that you are having a good whatever time of day it is for you right now. A couple things that I want to talk about real quick before I get into the stream. I have a new image. It's all the way at the top of the stream, above my head, from our good friends over at FlexSlot. FlexSlot tool made by good friend George Jabor. It's a awesome website used for kind of like tournament prep. Building sideboard guides is probably like the main feature of the website. Any of you who are subscribers to my $5 tier on Patreon are probably familiar with it because it's the tool I use for the sideboard guides that I produce for my patrons. And I can say that without it, I don't know if I ever would have made a sideboard guide. The tool is awesome, solves a lot of problems I had with trying to do it manually. It's a really cool tool, and George is constantly working on it, making better. And I just wanted to point it out to y'all because it's a really cool tool, and I would really like you all to use it. Up there in the image is a link to my specific profile on FlexSlot. The only thing that's there right now is my Patreon guide, which you need Patreon access to do. But I'm hoping to start using it as sort of like my new catalog for the decks that I play on stream. George is actually trying to work on getting a Twix extension, same thing like Stream Decker, but I would really like to use his if he's able to get it past I think he's just stuck at the Twitch approval process for it, basically at this point. But yeah, I highly recommend it. You can type !FlexSlot in the chat to get a quick rundown of what that is and a link to FlexSlot, and I really recommend you check it out. It's a really cool thing. Speaking of which, since my last stream, I've actually posted an update to my sideboard guide. Finished it on Monday, and it's out there. My April update. Not much has changed this time around, but I'm still keeping it updated. Still always finding ways to tweak some of the plans that I have in certain matchups, even when the cards in my sideboard don't exactly change, which I think is it's actually been really cool to kind of like watch those changes kind of happen, basically. And lastly, before we get over to this game over here, there was one more thing, and now I don't remember. So hopefully I remember later. It wasn't a big deal anyway. It's all right. Anyway, we're gonna get into playing some D&T. We are going back to my usual white, black, splash green list, specifically because I am playing in an FNM tomorrow, which is really high stakes. But I'm also playing it at 1K on Saturday. I'm going to be playing almost this exact list. The only difference with what's in my deck box right now is that this Grafdigger's Cage is a third Cabal Therapy, and as always, the second Lion Sash here, is pre-war formal wear. That's at least what's in my box. I don't think that I'll change very much. There tends to not be a whole lot of graveyard stuff at my local stores. It tends to kind of, honestly, a lot of the paper events that I have gone to since Wilds of Eldraine came out have kind of been a bean fest. So I've been really enjoying having a lot of Cabal Therapies in my paper sideboard. We will see if that works out for me, or if I'm going to wish that I had a Grafdigger's Cage. Might play it by ear as I see the decks that are in the room before handing in deck lists. We'll see. Stuff like that happens. But I think this will probably be within at least like 93 of the 95 that I play on Saturday. So wish me luck. It's only 10 minutes from my house, which is nice. And going to have a good time. Yeah. And we are going to hop into a league. Hey Vi, how's it going? Don't worry, I wasn't ignoring you. I just had a lot of things to say. And we are in our match. I would love to play first. Yeah, this hand works. Batter's goes a little awkward, but I'll live with it. What land do I want to lead on here? I'll go through Vista. I don't think it really matters because I don't think I'm fetching this turn anyway. I think I'm just going to play the second fetch and fetch them both. But I guess the nice thing is that if we draw like a basic plains, then that lets us, we can play plains, Vista for swamp, and then still have this marsh flats to back streets later. With Tropical Island, I might just play the Caracas anyway, but we'll see. Yeah, so the reason that I am less keen on that specifically is that I just find that, like, I've found that in the early turns, especially in the blind, it's really hard to know what cards I'm even looking for if I surveil. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's sometimes I'll know exactly what it is. A lot of times it's just I'm gonna learn nothing. So I think one like weirdly specific thing that I've noticed is that, like, it's a lot easier to get the value out of my surveil lands when I know that I'm going to put a land in the graveyard. And with a hand like this, I probably don't want to put a land in the graveyard. So I'm going to play a mom here, actually. Okay. Beanstalk is not unexpected. Here we go. I'm going to get a Lauren so that we can start dealing with some beans. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I think you have to know for sure that your opponent is doing something gross, and you like need to find an answer to it quickly. Yeah. Huh. What does that mean? They just passed and discarded a brainstorm. Um it seems really likely that they have a Force of Will in hands, which makes me sort of not want to cast the Lauren, but I don't really see how I'm not necessarily sure how that changes if I don't cast the Lauren, so I might still just do it. I'll start by attacking though. I think the only way it changes is if didn't expect a main deck endurance. I guess I could just solitude it, but that's doesn't feel great. We can't jam the Batterskull into force this turn because of Thalia. Let me see what they block. If they block the Thalia, I think I'm just gonna let that block happen. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna let that happen. I should have held a swamp up there, but maybe I'm supposed to just play the Thalia to keep it, make it so that they still can't force. But I guess they didn't have it anyway. I think I'm just going to put Yorion in my hand and pass here. Coin Man, thank you. That was the other thing that I was going to say. As my stream title mentions, 40k cards are going out. I think it is 10 a.m. PST tomorrow. So if you want to get them now. You certainly are able to just rent them. I don't begrudge that option. But if you don't want to get wrecked by rental prices ever increasing, then now's a good time to get those out of there. The reason I didn't play the second Mom is that I'm trying to be mindful of Terminus out of decks like this. Okay, okay. So there's two options. We can if hard cast Solitude now. If it gets forced, then we're taking like 10 damage next turn and going to 4. Or we can start by evoking Solitude, and if they force that, we can recruit for a second one. I think I like the evoke line, because if we get a force out of their hands, like, they're gonna force this if they have one, and if they don't, it means that, like, we're gonna do a sick nasty Yorion next turn. So I think that, like, I'm pretty okay if these cards get countered. Okay, yeah, I use Card Hoarder, not Mana Traders, so I do not. I got nothing in that respect. I might just get another Solitude, honestly. It's either that or a Stoneforge. I think I just want another Solitude, though. I really just want to get like one more land so I can cast Batterskull while keeping Caracas up, and then like they can't attack me anymore anyway. What is this? Uro, got it. Another reason to have a Solitude, for sure. Although they don't have a... okay, there they go. I was going to say, they don't have a second green source to escape it next turn anyway. Or a second... I guess a fourth blue source is what I mean to say. Yeah, I'm just going to take that damage. That is not the 6th land I wanted, but it is a 6th land I will take. Can't say that I'm too upset about them 2-for-1ing themselves twice to kill a Mom and a Lauren. I'm guessing this is going to be a Leyline binding, potentially, on like the Batterskull, once the Lauren's out of here. Yeah, okay. Well, they're on one more card, so I will Lauren my 2 recruiters, or Yori on my 2 recruiters. Honestly, not terrible to just cast a Solitude too. Oh, hello. Be careful of the mic.
Okay. Deal with it. Skill issue, honestly. Are you winning?
I don't know yet.
Hey, Violet.
I am just gonna Solitude first, just to start stabilizing.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Arcoleth, what's up? How's it going? That's sick. Welcome to the stream. How long have you had that name? I have to ask. From Mexico, sick. Nice.
I'm just gonna watch like this all night. This is really convenient.
Really, really convenient and comfortable for both of
yes,
us.
correct.
Aquileth.
Aquileth.
I like that. Twitch counts 2009. Oh, that is really close to as long as I've had mine, actually.
Wait, have you known me or been Aquileth longer?
Been Aquileth.
Are you
sure? For
sure?
sure. Yeah, because it was my Xbox Live username.
Okay. Got it. Alright, bye.
Goodbye.
See you all in chat.
From D&D, gotcha. Cool. Well, watch out, Ringo. That was my... Which Xbox Live? The answer is that was when I got my Xbox 360. So it was when... would have been like 2006-ish, whenever the 360s came out. It is nice to meet you as well. Thank you for popping in. Um, and thank you so much for the follow. I gotta figure out what the heck I'm doing on this turn. I think that I am just attacking with this Solitude. If they want to trade both of their Bowmasters, I think I'm honestly okay with that. Maybe not. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I think I actually am okay with this because 7 is a more comfy life total. And now I can cast my Yarn and draw 2 cards. And if they have Force, okay. Dress down? Alright, fine. Alright, well hey, thank you for popping in. And I like your name. Oh god, it's been so long. I don't know if I can remember it. Dress down should be banned until it's a white card. Yeah, that's really annoying. I just needed it to be like not exactly dress down they had on this turn because now I can't. Now that my Lauren is in the graveyard and I can't get pre-war formal wear. Hopefully this isn't about to be a Terminus turn. It's a Triumph turn. Okay. Triumph of St. Katie. That Triumph. Another binding. Jesus. Yeah. I wonder if I was supposed to just not cast the Yorion when I already had my Caracas tapped and just do something else with my mana. Getting 2 recruiter cards off of that would have been good. It's just bad. It's only bad against like literally exactly dress down. Oh, well. Okay. Alright, yep. Would be very surprised if they didn't have a Force here. It's actually like the first Force they've cast, right? Yeah, it is. Alright, let's see what else they've got going on over there, and then we'll concede. Just an Uro, okay. Alright, definitely bringing in Rest in Peace against Uro and Murktide Regent. Also going to bring in Battle of Bywater against all of their big creatures. Gaddock for their dumb ley lines and stuff. Therapies, Lorenz, blah 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 blah. Cutting the Thalias, the Jite. Man, Skyclave does not look good. It answers Bean and nothing else. I don't always bring in battles, which I think is what's going to complicate this boarding a bit. I guess we probably don't need the second Lion Sash against only Uro. And maybe we do, because if we get the mana, then it's still answering, still kind of answering Murktides, so that's probably worth it. Batterskull is cuttable, but I think it... Batterskull is one of the best ways to never have to spend a real card on Bowmasters, and just letting yourself use your life total as a resource, especially against like that endurance, for example. Like without Batterskull, it becomes harder to just take that damage for free and recoup it later. It is cuttable, but that's always the reason that I have for keeping it in, at least. Hey Static, how's it going? I can try cutting it. It's gonna be one of those nights, huh, Jax? I like this. Their mana is super greedy, so these wastelands should be pretty effective. He's walking away, isn't he? Goodbye. Goodbye, Jax. Back from climbing, nice. I haven't gone climbing in a while. V5, nice. I've not gotten that close. I think the best I was able to do when I was actively climbing was like a pretty easy V4. Jax, you've got to be kidding me. He's inside now. He got what he wanted. So the problem with a dog cam is that like he doesn't stay in one place. He's like gonna be in 17 different places, and you'll never know which one it is until he scratches and says that he wants it. So I just don't even know where I would put a dog cam is the real problem. No, I'm not putting the cam on the dog. Sorry, folks. Yeah, you can brainstorm. Well, I was gonna wasteland them, and then they just have a billion lands, so I'm not gonna. But I'm glad that I saw that. Oh God, Jax, no, no, Jax, no. Okay. Oh. He's walking through all the cables and trying to pull them off of my desk. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fam. Jesus Christ, Jax. Anyway, they have a billion lands. I'm not going to wasteland them. I'm glad I know that now. I'm going to take this dress down because it's going to be immensely annoying when they get something out of it. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm just tanking about my dog. More accurately, I am tanking my dog. Um, kind of annoying, but yeah, I'm just gonna put Yorion in my hand here. I don't really love not leaving up Bowmasters here, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter with two Bowmasters in their hand, so. I'm gonna stay on 3 for a little bit. Okay, finally get to surveil at least. Yeah, I'm just playing Black White again because I'm playing this in a 1K this weekend. So this is how it's gonna be, huh, opponent? Yeah, I've thought about the mana in that deck, and it seems extremely unplayable. Unfortunately, gonna stay on 3 still. Deck, stop. I'm probably going to double wasteland them next turn, but I really want to wait for them to commit these fetch lands before I know what to waste. Still staying on 3. Gonna get my scrubland out of here. Deck. Literally, are you kidding me? um... can waste them off of green or white, or we could take their one black source and then something else. I don't hate taking the one black source because it kind of entices them to cast one of their Bowmasters right now. Also has domain implications. I don't want to do it in upkeep because what I kind of want to do is just make them cast one Bowmasters, answer it with mine, and then get to cast the battle on this Endurance. Endurance is not a great card to battle, but I am at 12, giving them the opportunity to cast their Bowmasters, right? So I'm a little wary of just like dying to that. I guess I can wait one more turn. Well, if I buy water first, I get no food tokens. That might not be worth it, but that's the thinking behind it. Yeah, so I'm gonna wasteland this now. Yeah, this is fine. I don't even know anymore. Thank God. Um.
You're red for me currently, by the way.
Hmm.
You're currently red for me.
Is anybody have any problems with the stream? Are you guys able to see me? Hello? Well, of course they have Doorkeeper Thrall. Well, now I gotta find one of my swords. I can at least cast my Yorion, but I'd feel a lot better about that if I drew a Karakos. Amber CXE, thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? Welcome. Ley line binding. Okay. On my vial. Huh. Okay. Deck. I probably should have actually wastelanded this Tundra first. But if they have a swords, they're going to remove it either way, so I don't think it matters that much. They can cast their Bowmasters again, but it won't trigger, so that's nice. Doorkeeper Throw is probably my least favorite thing about the fact that Muxus is as good as it is it makes control decks want to play this, and then we get hated by it accidentally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of wish I had my GT in my deck still, but I don't think it's worth it just for this one card. A little late on that one. It's possible I was supposed to just wait until I had that to cast the Orion. This an endurance. Well, that's unfortunate. That's something. No, let's pass. If I need the recruiter as a blocker, then I can vial it in. But hopefully I won't need that. Mm-hmm. So sad. This hurts my soul. It's kind of something. It at least blocks the thrall. But only for so long. I think it's a binding again. Interesting. Thanks for the watch streak, Fornia. That's so nice of you. Yeah, I had this. I have to take the opportunity to do this. I know that they can bowmaster me, but like, game really could only get better for me once my spells work again. One, two, three, four. I can get 5 insects. No, 6 insects out of my yard with Scarab Swarm. 7 if I wasteland them. Yeah. Yeah, force isn't that surprising, unfortunately. It's probably gonna get their other black source to cast the Bowmasters here. Bowmasters, my Bowmasters. And am I dead? I am dead. That was like a kind of wild amount of action for them to draw, casting 1 cantrip all game. Don't reveal your hand. Get out of here. Literally had all these to me. Come on. That is true. You got me there. Yeah, I literally had like 7 land draw steps in a row. Come on. Did I mana weave? Of course I mana. Do you think I'm a casual? Of course I did. My opponent just cut my deck really well. Alright, I want to die roll again. Let's see how this one goes. Yeah, I'll keep this. Interesting. A 60 card Prismatic Vista deck. Most likely Jeskai then? Well, now I wish I had gotten a Scrublands, but oh well. Okay. Um, there really are not that many Prismatic Vista island decks. It's basically like Jeskai and ninjas. That's like it, I think. I'm gonna board in these Gaddock Teagues and nothing else. And see how that goes. Yeah, we'll try this. Nice. Oh, sorry. You wanted to use custom emotes on Twitch. Oh, yeah. Yep. You can't just get emotes for free. I'm sorry to say. Oh, it's Stoneblade? Okay. Sure. And they get a Jite. Uh, yeah. I got plenty of mana. Good taste in planes. This is the same planes that I used for a long time. This is just mean. Officially Esper Stoneblade. I am sorry, opponent. We're going to win the same way. We'll see if you concede this time. Yeah, I think you're right, Static. I think this is likely someone not super familiar with the format. Okay, I'll hold off on vialing in my recruiter then. I got stuff to do. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll just recruit here. I don't really need anything, but I guess I'll get a Scarab Swarm. I'll sit their graveyard since we can get up to 4 anyway. That'll keep me safe from, like, I don't know, maybe they have Murktide in their deck or something. You just never know. I'll swarm in there or draw step. Doesn't get a ton of insects, but again, clears their board. Gets me more creatures in play against this GT. I think it's fine. I think probably the only other option I see is we could have gotten Lauren, Vile and Lauren with this Vile trigger on the stack. That's a possibility. Best be hoping they target that brainstorm. Yeah, okay. Because then I could save the Lauren when they go to use the counters on it. I think they probably should have waited until they took their. I know that this is in their draw steps. They've taken their draw. Doesn't really change anything there. All right, they have to cast it anyway. Yeah, so never mind. I'm just being silly and tired. And opponent is sick of it. Which, to be fair, I don't think they'd be thrilled in their spot either. Anyway, yeah, that looked like pretty old Esper Stoneblade. Yeah, just in time for that game to finish. It was a very boring one, honestly. Last seen playing goblins, huh? Well, let's see. Whew. Got the chills. We've been having like really cold, rainy weather here for like all week, and I'm getting sick of it. Hopefully, it's a little bit better tomorrow slash through the weekends. Yeah, I can keep this. They are not playing goblins. Sure about that. Forest. Infect. Whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. That Thoughtseize was a real nice draw. Hmm. This one's weird because they have like no interaction, so like I think what we want to do is just take away the infect creatures, Thoughtseize Agent, pitch Recruiter to Solitude the Elf. They have Noble Hierarch and quick reflexes that don't really do anything. And then we just Stoneforge for GT, and the GT more or less ends the game. Yeah. I assume their turn is going to be like play Hierarch Hedge Maze. Play Pendlehaven. Oh, they just found another Glistener Elf. Okay. Unfortunate that they can proactively use their quick reflexes to kill Stoneforge. But yeah, I'm still getting GT here. To be clear, I don't know if that's a good idea, but they can do it. At least they're showing me, they keep showing me what they draw. And they are using it as a removal spell. Okay. So Stoneforge dies. I just want to draw literally any white card so that I can recruit for a Solitude and kill another. Okay. Alright, Recruiter works. I think there's definitely a world where we don't even have to like pitch this Solitude right now, but I don't think there's a whole lot of incentive to do that when we have a GT right here. That should more or less close up the game. So this Hierarch can kill Recruiter on defense unless we wait a turn. And I don't hate that since they didn't put another infect creature into play anyway. So I think I'm just going to cast GT and then I'll Wasteland, Pendlehaven. Oh, I guess I had to waste the Pendlehaven this turn. That was the mistake. I can still surveil, but I needed to play the Wasteland this turn to get the Pendlehaven out of play for their next one. With two Noble Hierarchs in play, I might not even need to do that. Oh right, Pendlehaven doesn't work on Hierarch. I'm dumb. I forgot about that. Duh. I actually don't mind the Sash just to have another creature that can pick up the GT if my Recruiter dies for whatever reason. Speaking of for whatever reason, deal. right, I'll take it. It's really just the therapies, huh? Batterskull bad. Second Sash probably bad. But I don't think I really want anything else. It seems good. Oh, I might put a mulligans to 6. They're going to lose to my Thoughtseize. That's how mulligans work, right? Therapy is just so good. Player Hierarch, yes. I was really hoping they'd play a Hierarch so that I could unambiguously cast a Thoughtseize on turn 1. Uh-oh. Huh. Okay, so... What? I feel like it's gotta be this Ponder. They can play Inkmoth and animate it to cast a reflexes on it to protect it from wastelands. But then I have a swords and a bowmaster to deal with it. Maybe I just have to take one of the reflexes and force them to use the other one. Because it's kind of relevant that they can't even cast this Ponder next turn. And oh no, because they can use the animate to the Inkmoth to animate itself. So never mind. This is really weird. I wish I had a therapy. That would be nice. I think I take a reflexes because I can make them use the first one defensively. Or if I take one, I can make them use the second one defensively, and then I just have a plethora of removal that's live. And I don't love letting them keep this Ponder to dig out of it, but I think that's better than trying to more proactively deal with these protection spells when I'm not putting on any pressure. Like my hand is all removal spells, and they have two things that counter removal spells. So I think I'm supposed to just take the removal spell counters. Oh no, are we arguing combat trick? Uh, um, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Stoneforge. Taxonomy, yeah, there we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. So I could wait until upkeep, But I think that is worse than making them use it now, because if I let them use quick reflexes in their upkeep, then that could just be free protection on the turn that they're going for it. So oh, and this is summoning sick, so I can actually safely cast this mom. My opponent was trying to pay costs, but I'm not sure what for. Okay. That is a little unfortunate. But that helps. I guess I just wait for the attack. I'll remove stuff in end step probably. I would do it proactively, but they have 2 creatures and I've dealt with 2 reflexes, so I think it's better to just wait for the attack. Yeah. Hey Mir, how's it going? That's me, I am Strimmer. 3 mana for Uro? What? Huh? Yeah, I guess I'll kill this now. I guess I could have Bowmastered maybe instead. Use my mana better. Can we find another land, please? That would be nice. No, I really need lands, please. There we go. That's something. Yeah. Oh, I should have cast Stoneforge first in case they have days. But I do otherwise want to do that as well. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. We probably do just let the days counter it either way. That's a good point. Jite is pretty good when your opponent needs to attack with 1/1 creatures. Bladed Agents number 2. Can I draw another land? That would be nice. That is not another land. I guess we just pass here. Make them try to lethal us and we have the swords to protect it. And if they don't, then we get to GT them, and then the game's pretty much over from there. Is that too risky? Yeah, never mind. I think it's too risky. I don't want a bowman. I don't want a bowmaster because it gets saved by a pump spell or a daze. To a certain extent, a pump spell does keep us safe, but not in a way that I'm really happy about. Ugh. Ink moth off the top, huh? Deck really just doesn't want me to draw lands, huh? I have to take at least one hit from this Uro. Not at Bearded. I am playing at Alternate Universes in Wilmington. Bearded is a bit too far away from me. Yes, it is. It is Legacy. It does not allow proxies, unfortunately. But there is a... All right, yeah, we're done. Yeah, I was about to say there is a proxy event, friendly event in Philly on 4/14. Someone can get me the link for that. Do you have it on hand, Katie? Want to post it in chat? Vile is good. Not casting this Thoughtseize is less good, but I think that this is still keepable. Yeah, there you go. Spice Rack, GG/Squirrel. That is a proxy friendly legacy event that'll be happening in downtown Philly. It looks really cool. Check it out if you want to. I'm going to try this out. This hand does a good job of not dying early. And as soon as we draw a black source, it's a pretty good payoff. So, and with a turn 1 ponder, we got plenty of time to find one. So. They don't shuffle off of ponder. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Proxy at basic planes. Maniac, no. Two blighted agents. I think that we have to just take the quick reflexes here. We could also take one blighted agent, they cast the second, and then we bowmaster it. My problem then is that we are pretty dead to as soon as they can play another infect creature with a green mana up. Um, so I'm just going to take the quick reflexes because you can't play around it. You just die. So cool. There is the first blighted agent. There's like a little bit of incentive to Wasteland here, but I don't think it's nearly enough. I'm just gonna activate Bowmasters. Although, it does leave them at only one land, and the only potential card they might be able to cast is Brainstorm into my Bowmasters. Maybe that's good enough. Doesn't feel good enough, though. Maybe I'm supposed to do it anyway. I guess the upside is pretty big. It's just very annoying if they find a who's a what's it. The name of the card I'm thinking of is Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, I can live with the Glistener Elf. Getting a little horny in chat, are we? Oh, they just find reflexes off the top. I guess that's like... This is actually kind of okay. This is basically still a 2-for-1. Because I still get to block this. Yeah, deal. It was a 3-for-1. Yeah, what am I talking about? Oh, well, okay. See ya. Force pitches the Embiggen. So unfortunately, we will not be vialing in a card every turn for the next couple of turns, but that's okay. All right, we got a clock. do some fun flicker tricks that probably won't matter, but maybe they will. Wow, they drew the basic force. So lucky. Um, I don't know that it makes sense to call a card that costs 1 mana and equips for 1 mana slow. I just think it doesn't do anything. All right, yeah, my opponent's over it. Like it is a cheap card that I don't think is worth the cost of the space, the cardboard space it takes in your deck, even if you get it off of Urza Saga. I have to be honest, I don't. It has been surprising to me how many people have looked at that card and not been like, wow, this is garbage. Like I gotta be honest, I don't get it. I'm willing to be proven wrong, but until I am, I think that card just kind of sucks. It's called Lost GT. It's a new GT, or it's called GT from the new set. Um, I don't get it. I just don't. All right, playing against rhinos probably. Not definitely rhinos, but wooded foothills certainly is a sign. I guess wooded foothills into specifically hedge maze, and especially if this is a. Oh no, I was thinking it might be a thundering falls or whatever it is. Yep, here we go. Let's just get one of those rhinos out of here and do a surveil. No, that's too slow here. Yeah, I guess we're gaming. Saves us a lot of time. Of course. Should have considered that. I was supposed to vote a black there also. Okay. I don't know Toast, but it sure does. That's all I can tell you. They very much do play Wasteland. I just need to get a bad card out of my deck to pitch to this Solitude. Skyclave is definitely one of the worst. Really, I think what enabled them to play Wasteland was all the land cyclers. Once they realized that they could just put all those in their deck, it just kind of, everything kind of took off from there. I have to take all this damage, but I'm going to hopefully draw a black source and get to like double Bowmaster next turn. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, these are the Rhinos draws you just can't beat. Unless you get a Stoneforge into play quickly, there's just no way to beat this. So, Biter Mansion, how's it going, Hannah? Welcome. How's it going? Yeah, I'm done. let's see. Therapies, battles, Gaddock Teagues. That's probably it. The Skyclaves are really bad. The Lauren does nothing. This isn't. I have not been like Scarab Swarm at all. Don't really like Cauldron. Don't really like Bowmasters. Is Bowmasters better or worse than Scarab Swarm? Real question. Pretty sure Bowmaster is worse because 4-drops are just kind of illegal in this matchup. Although I might want to be able to get a Cauldron against Furies. That might be a reason to keep the Cauldron in. We might want a Skyclave for Minsk. We don't need 2 sashes. I can get rid of 1. I still want the other one as at least a white card that I can get off of Stoneforge. I can probably cut another Bowmasters. I think that makes sense. It was a lot easier to deal with like the random Minsk and Booze they play when Caracas didn't get wastelanded. But oh my god, does everybody who play this deck love to wasteland the shit out of me. This one is really close. Panda AZB, thank you so much for the follow. I'm gonna keep this one. And then agonize about which basic I get, even though the answer is definitely plains. Okay, they did not have a Force of Will, so that's nice. And they aren't turn 1ing me. So can we get a Thoughtseize? Can we get a Black Source? No. Okay. In the realm of not black sources, Solitude's a pretty good draw though. Haha, very funny, Tech. I had that thought, Toast. The problem is that if the Vial gets resolved, if the Vial gets countered and we only have a basic swamp in play, then it looks really bad. Tap target permanent, draw a card. I think Thalia is more likely to keep a Rhino from getting cast. And I'm gonna scream when they just Spirit Guide Spirit Guide Chartless us, and then I can't cast the swords. Okay, they just exile a Footfalls. I can live with that. I'm gonna put the Stoneforge in now, I think. Maybe that's wrong. Batterskull. Okay, deck. Alright. Yeah. I think I'm just going up to 5 to get these Solitudes into play. Yeah. Okay. Alright, alright. Honestly, I think they probably would have had better luck using that to kill my Vial, unless they have another answer for it. Yeah, okay. Why did I say that? It's next turn? Yeah. Yeah, all normal cards. I don't know why I didn't draw a Lands Toast. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I just gotta get rid of this Wisp. I'm maybe supposed to keep the Mom in my hands just to have a bad card to pitch to the Solitude, honestly. But I don't think any of these cards are getting cast anyway. Oh my god. I consider drawing a land every turn, chat. I tried. Get off my back. Yeah, I get it. Right on time. Newton, hey, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Welcome everybody. I am desperately trying to draw lands and failing, but we're in our last match of the league, and hopefully we'll end it on a good note. This is a good hand for ending it on a good note. So, 019, thank you. Hello, hello. How's it going? In the blind, I would normally lead on Thoughtseize here, but I like leading on Mom specifically because I have a Stoneforge to follow up with. Forest Bitches Brainstorm. Daring. Took all 15 games. Wild. I've had some of those. Oh yeah, there's nothing fun about the Cascade decks. That's for sure. Um, Kind of interested in Thought Seizing first, so that this Stoneforge resolves around a potential Daze. I think I'm gonna do that, especially because it's my only creature. So I really want to make sure that I can get um, make sure this Stoneforge make it as likely to live as possible. Hey, look, a Daze. What do you know? Um, I think I'm gonna get rid of the Questing Druid. Yeah. Delver flips to Ponder, but did they draw another land? I guess if they Ponder into another land, then the DRC will be active anyway. So never mind. They shuffle though. Cool, they missed. All right, I could see an argument for basically everything other than Cauldra. Um, I think the answer is Batterskull. Because I guess I could go for Jite, but I think it forces me to cast the Mom right now because otherwise Daze keeps me off of going for Jite next turn. Um, that might be a totally fine trade-off. It's just I have to think about it and decide to do that now. I don't want to Cauldra because I'm not winning this race. Let me put it this way: on board, I will win the race if my Stoneforge lives, but I need to contend with the possibility that Stoneforge dies, and or they put one more creature into play. As soon as one more creature is in play, we don't win the race anymore. Um, like I bored out Cauldra in post board games against Delver a lot of times because the equipment do a much better job of keeping you alive than they do making you win faster. I think I'm going to go for the Jite line and I'm going to cast the Mom into the Daze. I think I like that the most because it puts a lot of pressure on them right now. It also means that um, if they Daze, they can't draw a cantrip to cantrip into a not basic island lands, which is good for me too. Well, that's a bummer. Just more lands, huh? Yeah, I mean, I gotta go for it. Yeah. This is just how it's been going tonight, chat. I need Solitude. I guess Solitude's the best draw. There are some others that get there. That is definitely not one of them. I would like the right mixture of lands and spells, please, deck. I know it's been tough tonight, but I think you can do it. Goodbye, Lauren, and goodbye at least one Thalia. And yeah, I think I still cut the Cauldron. I sometimes will keep in Cauldron specifically against Delver decks that have big, or tempo decks that have at least big creatures that are on the that don't fly, like Death Shadow, for example. Questing Druid kind of fills that role, but if this person is playing the deck I think they are, is which seems likely based on the main deck counterbalance that they play, a lot of teamer lists specifically only play a single tropical island. So if you just waste that, then their Questing Druid is never coming to play anyway. Chylith, I'm trying to win, please. Save up your points. The more you complain, the less likely I am to ever reduce the number of points you need for that. I can work with this. This hand is imperfect, but it'll work. Hey, card compliments are worth it too. You're just gonna have to save up, Chylith. I mean, you could subscribe. You get more points when you subscribe. Yeah, just for you. What card do you want? I'm gonna surveil here because I don't think I want to draw lands. I do want to draw Stoneforge. Oh, Angel of Flight Alabaster is a very beautiful card. It's a really pretty one. It's got such nice flowing red hair. I mean, it's just very pretty. Delver flips a bolt. Sure. I need to start keeping track of moments where I would really like to draw pre-war formalware. So they revealed the lightning bolt. They bounced a Valk to their hand, right? Look, I mean, she's right. Let's be real. Cat Monolith. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for the follow. I think I just have to cast the Stoneforge here. I'm just not sure what it's for. It might be for GT again. Yeah, let's go for GT. I also really hope we get it soon, desperately. I'm not holding my breath, but like, man. Yeah, right. Me too. Like, I don't know. Please just be able to support the cards you print for your own game, right? Doesn't seem like it'd be that crazy. Alright, we successfully cast a removal spell this time. And if this mom lives, then pretty decent chance we get to go for Jite. I mean, they'll have to, like, they could have a Force of Will, of course, but another Ponder, okay. Yeah, be careful. Never know what Twitch will do next. After this Ponder resolves, I assume that we just have to target them and not the Delver. It's hard to imagine them casting another Ponder or a Brainstorm or anything like that. It's a little bit worried about another land to cast like a Murktide here. It's looking like a Murktide. We have a Battle of Bywater, but if they Force of Will, it's kind of a nightmare. I think Solitude or Swords are probably the best draws to force them to cast a Force of Will. Another land is actually pretty good here too, because the Jite might be good enough to get a Force of Will out of their hands, and if they do that, then we get to battle. Once for like the second or third time tonight, not the nth land I was looking for, but I'll take it. There's the Force of Will. I just need their last card to not be Daze. They're thinking about what to pitch, which I don't like. They pitch a Daze. They thought about it and picked the Daze, which means that the next card should not be a Daze. I guess we gave them a little more information, Toast, but we're probably going for it anyway, right? Okay, cool. God, Childless. Why do they keep printing cards like that? It's like there are two kinds of white creatures they can print. They're they will either turn off all your creatures enter the battlefield abilities, or they will make you get more lands when your opponent has more lands than you. It's the only two kinds of white rare creatures they can print. I don't like how many 3-drops this hand has, but this hand otherwise is very good. We're 1,000% playing into a daze eventually, so I'm just gonna make them have one now. So cool, they didn't. I'll take it. So you can fetch and then violin, white of the night, orchid, number. I'm not naming all those numbers in response. You know, I don't know if I've considered that. Really makes you think. I would rather be able to definitely cast this Skyclave than maybe not be able to cast a black spell that I draw later. So my opponent doing nothing is pretty interesting. MH3 will have a hate bear that says if a creature ETBing would cause an ability to trigger, instead you search for. Oh my god. No. No! Yeah, I'm just going to recruit here. I think that I agree that they're probably trying to seek the beast, and the reason that they didn't last turn was because they didn't want to go into like, they didn't want to like flip, I don't know, ponder, bauble, and then not be able to cast them both. I'm going to get a stone forge here. Oh my god, you guys are really going off, huh? They maybe, if they didn't have a third land in hand at the time that they could have cast Seek the Beast in response to Mythalia, then maybe they wouldn't have. I think that might be the reality. I'm just guessing, though. There's not really that many Delver hands that are supposed to be giving me this much time, so I'm just guessing. Who up seeking a beast? Shut up. I kind of glossed over that one. I just went with Sash because we have all the removal in the world, so we don't need Jite. We're not under any pressure, and so we don't need Batterskull. Jite is also kind of pretty mana intensive. Sash also is, but at least we can choose when to use that mana, basically, is the difference. Okay. I feel like this has to be backed up by a Force of Will. Yeah. Force pitches Delver. I think the Sash is the least necessary card now, so I'll use that. Cool. Yeah, right? Get forced back. It's crazy. That's true. No life. It's broken. Gonna use Bowmasters on this while we can. Pretty difficult for them to turn on Delirium at instant speed with only an instant in their yard, so. Bolting the Bowmaster in response. Deal. Pretty happy for them to flip a Wasteland, too. Yeah, we saw a Questing Beast in game 2, also. Or game 1. We thought seized the Questing, Seek the Beast at some, or a Questing Druid at some point. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, Argreed is Gaddock Teague in the sideboard. Should be on the Stream Decker. Check it out. I was thinking of getting a Stoneforge, but like I don't even need to. I can just get all the removal at this rate. I'm weirdly the one attacking them, so what did they hit? They Oh man. Let me make sure I saw that right. Yeah, they hit Force of Will in days off of their Reckless Impulse. Yep. And that's why I know that Juju Bean crushes people all the time with this deck, but I don't really get it. I'll be completely honest. Anyway, well, our two losses were to some pretty our deck being very uncooperative with lands in multiple ways, so I can't feel too bad about that one. And my own potential misplays in both, but like it's hard to know whether the mistakes that I made would have even mattered given the variance. You know, stuff like that happens. Gotta recognize it. But we ended pretty early, so Chylith beat me to it. We're gonna play some art game. At least for a little while. I believe that this is Containment Construct. It's definitely something from Neo, and I'm pretty sure it's Containment Construct. Yeah, cool. Ooh, Aerial Guide, I'm pretty sure. This is pretty sure this is the Wind Drake that gives another creature flying. It's from Hour of Devastation. Oh yeah, you can see the person hanging off the tail. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I don't know about this one. This one looks kind of messed up. Knockoff Scab Ruinator. I was thinking about whether it was technically a Scab. Geralf's Masterpiece. That looks about right for this. I'm into that. Yeah, nice. What is this from? From Shadows? Okay. Cool. Not sure about this one. A Blessed Weapon. That feels a little. It feels a little generic for how new this art looks. I think is where I'm at. It's a creature. Okay. Is it a white creature that does the third thing that that white creatures do, which is gain life or make a token when they come into play? Sorry, the fifth thing. Give a thing +1/+1. There we go. I believe that. Does anybody have a name, or am I just putting in some nonsense? It's true, but new templated O-ring, which is worse and less fun. Okay, I like Green Sword Priest. That works for me. Crossroads Consecrator. Target attacking human gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Okay. Well, this sure looks like Yawgmoth. Or Tezzeret. Ethereum Sculptor. That. Not a real guess. Okay. Commander cards that make. Yeah. Oh, I've heard of this one. It's not legendary if I remember right. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, I see what you're seeing. It's like there's like it makes like statue tokens that are copies of stuff, something like that. Doomed Artisan. That sounds right. That sounds right to me. Does anybody have something else? Right. There we go. Yep. I don't know what this is, but this art is sick. This dog's got like runes on it. I love the perspective on this. Who did this art? This art is awesome. This looks like a mischievous pup. This art is awesome. Who did this? Devin Platts. Okay, we're doing a quick search. Oh, they're brand new to the game. Okay, that explains it. I like seriously love the perspective on this card. This is sick. Wow. All right, I'm saving that one for later. That is so cool. Anyway, where are we at? This looks like machine. Yeah, you've heard that before. No comment. Um, I can't really place. This is one of those arts that I can't really place what era it's from. Oh yeah, please. We do this. This is a communal thing. If you know what the card is, please tell me. The only thing I ask is if you're providing a name that is just a guess, make that clear in what you're telling me, because it's hard to read and know whether someone is like, uh, eh, you know, making up a joke or if they actually have the answer. So this does look like art that you would recognize, Mir. If I'm being completely honest. Hey, Roll the Bones. Thank you so much for following. Hope you have a good time. I think you know exactly what that's supposed to mean. I'm not going to put that in, but that's, that may or may not be indicative of why I was pretty sure you would recognize this art. Kamal's sister. Oh, Jessica? Jessica? We can cheat and put in Jessica and not have to know the epithet. If nobody else has it, then I'll put in Jessica. Okay, got it, got it. No, I know it's not the old Jessica card. I would believe there's been a newer Jessica card with weirder art, or with newer art was the thought I had, but I don't know. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving in. I'm not giving in. The art sapphic tank. Yeah, yeah. All right, we don't have it, so I'm putting in Jessica Unchained. Zulaport Chain Mage. Well, this is why nobody knew what it was. So there we go. Yeah, this art is very cool. I definitely have seen that card before, but I did not recognize the art at all. I got nothing here, though. This feels like a card we'll need Violet for. if she's around. Toaster band. Fuck. All right, that one's pretty good. Tree Hugger 1984 made me legitimately laugh. You got me there. I'm not sure about this one, gang. Yeah, this is the vintage pool. So it's any card that's ever been printed. It is unfortunately going to use the most recent art for a card always. So keep that in mind. I would really like it to be different, but unfortunately, yeah. Elvish Guidance. Thank you, Violet. There we go. Yeah, I have mentioned on stream before that I would really like to like fork this and change it to get rid of like the sticker sheets and always use the first printing of the card. Unfortunately, Scryfall is not open source, so no can do. Yeah, you can hit sticker sheets. You sure can. We have hit sticker sheets, I think, like 4 times. JR was here for a couple of them and did know them. Oh no, yeah, I could build it from scratch. I would like to just fork the art game by itself and just fix that. That I can't do. I could build it up from scratch again. Maybe I'll do that if I'm really bored, but I was really hoping to just like modify the search it does, the search call it does or whatever. As for this card, I have no idea what it is. It looks pretty gnarly though. Earthbind 2.0. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anybody got anything? I don't think we even got a joking suggestion on this one. Stinky Octopus. There we go. I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a sorcery or something. It does look like Ron Spencer. Or I knew that I could definitely tell it was a style, but I couldn't put a name to it. But yeah, Ron Spencer sounds right. Soulless Revival. Ron Spencer it is. It is a splice onto Arcane card from Champions of Kamigawa. So there we go. Oh, we got this one last time. Violent and Crazy was like losing her mind about this one for like 5 minutes, and we didn't remember what it was. Everglove Courier. Yep, that is what it is. Yep. Yeah, it's the creature that acts like an equipment. Yep. This is it's the Exalted Legends. Rafik. There we go. Kamigawa Legends Demon. I guess not necessarily a legend, but probably a legend. Is this this isn't Heartless Hidetsugu, is it? I thought the art for that was more red. Yeah. An ogre 3/3 regenerate. Okay. Bounce a black creature in upkeep. This must be from Saviors, huh? It's not sounding very good right now. Skull Collector. Hey, look, I was right. This is not Terror of the Fairgrounds, but it does feature the Terror of the Fairgrounds. Yeah, Wrangle. Yep. Mm-hmm. I do not know what Merfolk card this one is. Marrowseer. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is Merfolk Harbinger. Yep. Or it's Marrow Harbinger. That was we were both right about there. It says we're correct. Good enough for me. This, I definitely recognize this art. Um, 4 mana, 2/3 Gravedigger if Morbid. Okay. That makes sense because I figured it was Innistrad just from the style. But that is not a card. Like, that Oracle text is extremely believable, but I don't think that I've ever personally seen it on a card, so I have no idea what the name is. I would guess either green or black. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. I'll give it 10 seconds and then I'll put this in and then we'll move on. Definitely not Ulvenwald Tracker. Woodland Sleuth. There we go. We got a special one here. Wait, this is Illusions of Grandeur? Have I really never looked at the art for that card? Wild. I have definitely like never looked at the art for this card. That's so funny. It's wild. I like I legitimately feel like I'm looking at this card for the first time right now. That is wild. This I think so. It's a Lord of the Rings card. I want to say it's the one that's like amass. Yeah, exactly, Harry. It's like 4 mana, discard a card, amass 2, something like that. If only Luinol were here. He drafted. He drafts everything. That sounds right. Yep. Cool. Yep. What? What? What is going on in this art? Oh, reflections. Ooh. It's not mana reflection. I don't even. What even are there? There's thought reflection. Is that the blue one? It's the red reflection. I don't even know what the red reflection is called or what it does. It's a blue rare from Odyssey. We're all super wrong. Blue rares from Odyssey that I can think of are Time Stretch, which this is not. End of list. I'm sure I know others, but I'm not thinking of them on the spot. Does anybody other than Violet think that they have a read on what this card is? If so, say so in the next 10 seconds. After that, Violet, go ahead and tell us what it is. It looks like we'll take the help. That makes sense for the art of this card. Oh dear, that's a lot of text. Huh. It's kind of funny. Oh, something Greenweaver. Um, or is it Greenweaver something? Greenweaver is in the name. Greenweaver Druid? Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't know about this one. We're gonna do a couple more and then we'll call it for the night. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be from Odyssey, or at least Odyssey block with the the wings. Looks like an Aven, but no idea what the name is other than potentially Aven something. Give it another 10 minutes, Jesus, 10 seconds, squad. If you don't know, then Violet's gonna help us. Because she knows every card, apparently. Except for the ones that she doesn't, which is still a really small list. Yeah, we'll take it. Aven Windreader. Okay, that I have actually heard that name before. Ew, 10th edition? Let's go to the Odyssey printing, thank you. Okay. This is just Horseshoe Crab, right? Yeah. Whoa. This art is cool, but I don't know what this one is. Just Smash, huh? I mean, that checks out. Artifact Blast also makes sense. Yeah, I'll go with it. Okay, cool. Okay, it's a counter for an artifact spell. Wild. Okay. That is not what I expected when I heard the name. I'll go with Spark Spray. It is not Goblin Spark Smith. I know about that one. Cool card. This art looks sort of familiar. Chromium. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be one of like the new Elder Dragons. I know this one. This one's Ichor Claw Mirror. We're getting through these pretty quick. I think we're gonna go to like 1140 basically. Oh, this is it's the bug. One of the original bug Commander Precon legends. You draw up to 7 at the beginning of Damia. Thank you. Yeah, Mir mentioned. I got nothing on this one. I bet that feels so good. This is. I think we're gonna call it after this one. So if you think you can get it, Trilith, I'll give you a little bit longer. Nemesis rare artifact. Can I think of any Nemesis rare art? Tangle Wires from Nemesis, right? So there's one. Once again, end of list. Ooh, oh. Are we getting there, squad? It's not Parallax Wave. Is there an artifact Parallax? I would believe that, but I don't actually know. Parallax Wave is the only one that I know about. I just had a vague understanding that it was a cycle. Parallax Inhibitor. Huh. All right, that's pretty cool. Sick. Bonus round. Does anybody know this one? Apparently so. There you go. All right, we're ending it there. All right. Thank you, squad, so much for hanging out, watching me play some Magic, doing some art game with me. Oh, was that a shock? I didn't recognize that. Um, anyway, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing FNM tomorrow, 1K on Saturday. I'll make sure to tweet my list out and let you know how I do on Saturday, and we'll regroup on Sunday with another stream. I'm probably going to go back to the Saga builds. I just didn't want to play. I didn't want to play Saga tonight when I know that I'm playing this build basically for the next 2 days. So I wanted to get back into that mindset. But after that, I'll experiment more with the Saga build for sure. Had a good time with it. So thank you very much. I hope I do well also. And I will, yeah, I will check in with y'all next time I'm live. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to do this. I have this nice little outro screen now. Once again, here's all the links. You're at Twitch. If you want to follow me anywhere else, here's all the things. If you missed any of this stream and want to check it out, the VOD will be up on my YouTube overnight. Let me see if there is. Ooh, there is anybody around to raid. Been having bad luck with legacy people being live at this point in the day. But let me take a quick look. Actually, a pretty regular viewer of mine is live right now, so we'll go raid them. Let me make sure I had that right. Nope. Good thing I checked. All right. Heading over to Florida Legacy Club. They are streaming right now. Regular viewer of mine. Thank you, everybody, and I will catch you next time.